when you go to a person, when you are looking for yourself who I am, when you are looking for yourself as who I am, when people give you limited identities, that is not a teaching. Because that you can pick up by yourself. When somebody tells you you are the limitless absolute, then only it becomes a shastra, that time it becomes the quality right type of teaching. Because it helps you to be yourself, who you are. Same thing also. What I want? Do you need to teach a child? What should I want? Want lollipop, ice cream, toy, then grow up, balastavat, krida sakta, tarunastavat, taruni rakta. When you are a child, you want different types of toys. When you are a young man, you want for a young woman, this car, house, position, all these things. These things should you teach people? What do you want? Laddu. What do you want? Chocolate. What do you want? Money. What do you want? Car. What do you want? Health. What do you want? A wife or a husband. What do you want? Children. These things do you need to teach children? But when who points out to you that over this demand for these things, what you really want is happiness, that becomes a scripture. Giving you limited identity, if that becomes ordinary average, you don't need a teacher or a scripture. Mahadeva, you don't need a teacher and scripture for you to pick up a limited identity. Limited identity you can pick up for yourself that I'm immortal, I'm dying, I'm different from everybody, like the barber. To consider himself separate from God, separate from the universe, separate from mortality, immortality, and considering himself mortal, just a barber by profession, as an ordinary person, does he need the illumination from the gurus and the scriptures? It happens to everybody. If at all if you have to know about absolute infinity, so whoever points out the infinite in you, whoever points out the absolute in you, that book which reveals this, or the bunch of thoughts which reveals these things, that is the something universal, good for everybody in this world. Same thing, what I want in life, how many things? Billions of things. But over every possible type of want, I want only one thing, happiness. One who points it out is a guru. You don't need a teacher to tell you, you must have this. No, you listen to some music. Hey, very nice. Can I listen to it again? Yes. You touch something. Very nice. Can I touch it again? You see something. Oh, very nice. Can I see it? Can I taste it? Can I smell it? Very normal. But when you are losing yourself in repeating that sensation of sound, touch, taste, smell, then you are losing yourself, and this will make me happy. Somebody said, no. What you really want is not the sound for its own sake, touch for its own sake, taste for its own sake, but for the sake of happiness. Like yesterday, last talk, I finished up with that thing. Ask a person, what do you want? The person says, I want education. That is why I come for college. No. Why? Okay, I am giving you a degree. Are you interested? Yes, fine. Are you happy now? No, but this job will this degree give me a job? So what do you want? Not the degree, but you want the job. I gave you a job. Then you ask, how much money? That means you don't want job for it. Think it for yourself. A job for its own sake, but for the sake of the money. You want money? Okay, I'll give you money. It's all in your name. Nobody can touch it, including you cannot touch it. What shall you say? I don't want it. Why? Because you don't want money for money's sake. You want money so that you can have a house, car, swimming pool, world travel, everything. Okay, I shall give you houses for 4 houses for 4 seasons, car for any number of car, any number of horses, any number of yacht and everything, swimming pool. But you can't live in that, you can swim in that, can ride those things. Interested? No. Why? Because I want to ride, use these things so that I can be happy. So ultimately what do you want? Happiness in life. Then in between somebody will come and say, these are material things. I'm not a materialist, I'm a spiritualist. I'm a religious person. I want God. Really? God never wants you. Did you get a phone call from God anytime? Hello, how are you? So why are you interested in God? For God's sake? For misery's sake? You want God? No, I want God. Oh, why? So that I can be happy. What other people are getting by hard work, I believe in God so that He can give me a lollipop. Just because I believe in Him, He's my uncle. He feels very, I am a sycophant. I say, God, you are wonderful. So God gives me by my never working for anything but getting everything. So why do you want God? For God's sake? That is how you can see how many people worship God, friends. Ask yourself. You go and pray. Let my mother be cured. Let my father be cured. Let my son get a job. Let me get a first class first. Suppose you happened, your mother passed away, your father passed away, or something somewhere, your husband gone, your wife, something happened. What will you say? Now God floats on the river. One family I knew that. The person, somebody died in that family. When I went to see that family after a few days, the mother there said, Swamiji, I don't believe in God anymore. I said, Ma, you never believed in God. He said, what? What are you talking? You never believed in God? I said, never. Oh, you saw in our puja room, every day I go there. I said, you go. Yes, you have a puja room, you go there, but you don't worship God there. Oh, why are you talking like that? Suddenly she stopped crying. He said, why? How can you talk like that? I said, simple. If your husband is alive, your husband is cured, if your business is proper, your God is existing. If your business collapses, your husband collapses, your family collapses, God is dead. So whom are you worshipping? Your family or the God? Whom are you worshipping? How many people worship God? Nobody worships God. Think for yourself, friends. Even the people who sell God don't worship God. Suppose a particular God doesn't give any money anymore, change the God, change the statue. Change the statue. Put up this statue so that more people will come. Anyway, friend, this is not the time for talking all these things. Think for yourself. This is thinking, friend, thinking. That is why I told you, this thinking, it's not a spectator sport. Not many people can come here. Like a chess game. Free ticket you give, 20 people shall be watching it around the world. You don't have the football, cricket, all that stuff. What will happen? Millions of people, mindless. By chance you are a thinker, you can sit down there for a minute. Because what is this one ball, like that Bernard Shaw saying, 11 people this side, 11 fools this side, 11 fools the other side, 11,000 people watching it. That is his game. That's a thing. That does not mean useless. No, we have no business to say that, friends. Think of it, please. So if you ask somebody, what do you want? Why do you want God? God for God's sake? No, again for happiness' sake. And another person says, I don't want this wealth, I don't want this God, I want to understand myself, I'm a philosopher. Look, friends, why do you want to understand yourself? Why do you want to understand what the existence is? Again for the sake of happiness, so that your conflict is resolved. So, name it the language of secularism, happiness. Name it the language of religion, the God. Name it the language of the philosophers, the self. All the three are wanting the same thing. Tell me, sir, who wants anything different? Are you getting that? This is human. So don't say we are philosophers, we are all thinkers, we are all devotees, or we are only, we want all the material prosperity. What all you want in whichever way, the language of the philosophy, language of the devotion, religion, language of secularism, happiness, everybody wants the same thing. Everybody wants happiness in life. So one who points out that over the shoulder of every other thought, I want happiness, that is the right type of thinking. Instead of beating around the bush, you straight away go into the target. Happiness I want. So, two things. Who I am is the most important question. I must understand myself. Other person says, no, what I want is happiness. Now, if you understand what is the mechanism of happiness, source of happiness, suddenly you discover what you are looking for, the happiness is somewhere in yourself. Just theoretically, I am just giving you the connection right now, then I will go step by step. Since what I am looking for happiness is nowhere in the outside universe, it is in myself, So when I am looking for happiness, what I am really looking for is myself. So when I look for myself, when I am looking for happiness, I am looking for myself. And when looking for myself, I am looking for happiness. So know the happiness, you will be happy with yourself. Know the self, you will be happy with yourself. Problem is resolved once for all.